The head of the SEC said that they lost and apologized to Ripple XRP. Garland House says again that Ripple is ready to talk with the SEC if the agency gives more information about XRP. This will help American institutions like Bank of America gain a competitive edge by using Ripple OXL. The price of XRP as of today is $0.35, and the trading volume for the past 24 hours is $136 billion. We're updating the US dollar price of XRP in real time. XRP is down 30% in the last day and a half. World Crypto Finance. If you liked this video, don't forget to like it and sign up for the channel. Do you agree with the analysts about XRP? Write your answers in the comments, and I'll give you 500 XRP. At the end of the week, XRP coins will be sent to a random subscriber. Check out the comments for how to do something. You just have to write the word XRP. Watch the whole video to find out how to like and subscribe. The index of relative strength in the past few days, RSI, has not been clear. Last week, the RSI held a value of 50, which is a neutral value, as support. However, this level has not been passed recently. So, there could be some ups and downs over the weekend. Also, the Awesome Oscillator, AO, was below zero, but it hasn't yet shown a strong bearish impulse. The /D line had a resistance zone right above it, which was shown by two white lines with dots. If a /D can get past this area, it will show that demand for the XRP rally is strong. The Directional Movement Index, DMI, showed that there wasn't a strong trend because it was at level 20, just above the 20 mark, and the color was yellow. Technically, this meant that the trend was going down, but it also meant that there hadn't been a big trend in the last few days. In the next day or two, the 35 to 36 cents range for Dash will be important to protect the bulls. If a lower low forms below this area, it will mean that sellers are getting stronger. On the shorter time frames, momentum indicators were not clear. Bitcoin could also have a big effect on where XRP goes in the near future. David Schwartz, the chief technology officer of the blockchain company Ripple, thinks that Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren may be right when it comes to regulating cryptocurrencies. It's not a terrible place to work. At least it agrees that regulations need to change and that it's important to get crypto regulation right. In a recent article in the Wall Street Journal, Warren says that if there isn't enough oversight, cryptocurrency could destroy the economy in the long run. Even though the senator agrees that cryptocurrencies might make the financial system more accessible to more people. She also says that the past is full of criminals and charlatans who try to scam people out of money with all kinds of scams. Warren says that the people in charge of cryptocurrency projects that break the law are the same as the people in charge of other illegal financial instruments, so the Ministry of Justice should use all of its power. Warren also hurt companies that mined for cryptocurrencies, which slowed down the energy system and caused more greenhouse gases to be released. She said that cryptocurrencies should have to follow the same rules as other parts of the financial world. Schwartz said on Twitter that this is not a terrible place to work. It's not the worst job in the world. At least, she agrees that the rules need to change and that it's important to make sure cryptocurrencies are regulated properly. Warren has been one of the most skeptical people in Congress for a long time. In an interview in September, the progressive MP said that the cryptocurrency was unreliable, harmful, and dangerous. In April, Warren said that buying Bitcoin was like buying air. Shortly after U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres agreed to 11 organizations' requests to file amicus curiae briefs in Ripple's lawsuit against the SEC, some companies and associations filed their opinions. James K. Phelan, a former federal prosecutor, says that 7 of the 11 groups have officially filed their amicus briefs so far. The day before yesterday, lawyer John Deaton officially filed an amicus curiae application on behalf of XRP holders to oppose the SEC's motion for a summary judgment that buying XRP is an investment in a joint venture with other XRP holders and with Ripple. In the brief, Attorney Deaton said that the SEC wouldn't have needed to file a brief on behalf of investors if it had limited its theory to specific XRP sales offered by Ripple. He also said that the SEC's goal in the lawsuit is to expand its regulatory power to cover secondary markets as well as Ripple XRP sales. Even scarier, the SEC is asking the court to rule in favor of the SEC in summary proceedings. This would give the SEC control over all of the parties in this case, which is all about digital assets and has only one party. DT in the opinion and conclusion, the NS lawyer said that if the SEC gets what it wants and all XRP sales are ruled to be illegal under U.S. securities laws, the court would indirectly give the SEC the power to regulate other non-parties, such as XRP users, holders, sellers on crypto exchanges, and developers. The lawyer for the Deacons also said that if the decision goes in favor of the SEC, the agency will use enforcement actions as a control example to get more power, which will hurt millions of innocent owners. The bill says that the Blockchain Association has also filed an official amicus curiae brief in support of Ripple against the SEC Blockchain Association. The court's decision to side with the SEC could have a big impact on the whole blockchain industry. In the case between Ripple Labs and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, both sides took important steps toward Judge Analisa Torres's decision. According to a tweet by defense lawyer and former federal prosecutor James K. Phelan, both Ripple and the SEC filed summary judgment briefs yesterday morning. At first, the two people involved in the dispute had to turn in their papers by November 30th. Ripple and the SEC were supposed to meet on December 2nd to talk about the changes. Lastly, on December 22nd, a group of petitions to seal all documents related to petitions for a simplified trial were supposed to be filed. However, as Phelan tweeted, the schedule is likely to change. This is based on the idea that the edited answers will be turned in around Friday, December 2nd. Phelan said, the lawyer said that this assumption is based on the facts, but the edited petitions for simplified judicial proceedings should have been submitted on September 19th, but were filed on September 17th, and the edited objections should have been submitted on October 24th, but were filed on October 21st. In the past few days, there have been rumors that December 5th, and now possibly December 2nd, could be a big date for whether or not Ripple and the SEC can settle their differences. Ripple is focusing on Hinman's papers, which can be a strong trump card. So that these documents stay secret and don't have a bigger effect on how the cryptocurrency market is regulated as a whole, the SEC may agree to a settlement. With this in mind, in summaries, what is edited and what isn't edited can be very important. If Ripple doesn't make Hinman's documents public as proof, it will be clear that the company has an advantage. But XRP community member and lawyer Fred Crispley doesn't think it will happen so soon. He thinks that the SEC is unlikely to agree to release Hinman's emails without a court order. And this decision won't go into effect until January 9th, when retaliatory measures are taken. Crispley said that he doesn't think it will happen before January's end. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple Labs, said again that the lawsuit with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, can only be resolved if the government agency gives clear rules about XRP. This was said by Garlinghouse's sales director Nick Bravado at the London-based Ripple Swell 2022 conference, which just ended. I talked to Brad Garlinghouse in person, and he told me that Ripple is ready to talk to the SEC if they can explain what's going on with XRP. Bravado said that, according to what Garlinghouse told him, American banks are keeping an eye on how the lawsuit between the SEC and Ripple is going. He also said that these companies will join Ripple when the blockchain company comes to an agreement with the SEC. Bravado said that Garlinghouse meant Bank of America in particular. The head of Ripple thinks that when the blockchain company settles with the Securities and Exchange Commission, Bank of America will have a competitive edge. By using OTL in the market, Bank of America will have an edge over its competitors when the SEC case against Ripple is over. Ripple Labs CEO Brad Garlinghouse told LinkedIn sales director Nick Bravado at Ripple Swell 2022 in London that Bank of America will gain a competitive advantage when the SEC case against Ripple is settled by using ODL in the market. In 2020, in November, even though Ripple is suing the SEC, Bank of America is still listed as one of the financial institutions in the network. At the moment, it doesn't look like the Securities and Exchange Commission has agreed that XRP is not a security. On the other hand, the SEC wants to use the Howey test to show that XRP is a security. They also think that XRP sales on the secondary market, such as exchanges, are sales of securities. It's important to remember that Ripple and the SEC couldn't come to a deal before the company was sued. The parties filed petitions, objections, and answers for summary proceedings. This month, the SEC won a similar lawsuit against the LBRY crypto company. This gave the agency confidence that it would also win Ripple's lawsuit. People who support XRP think that Ripple has a better chance of showing that the cryptocurrency is not a security. What do you think XRP will be like in 2023? Write what you think will happen in the comments. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. Please remember to like it and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. Also, don't forget to enter our contest in the XRP comments to get 500 XRP added to your account.